Hey YouTube, what's going on today? Vegas Stacker stopping in to run down a video with you. I'm trying to do the research so you don't have to. I'm doing the reading, I'm doing the watching, I'm closing out all the cookies and browsers and stuff so you don't have to. So you can turn on my video in the morning while you're brewing your cup of coffee. Listen to me if you don't get a chance to watch while you're brushing your teeth. If you're in the car, go ahead, turn it on, but don't watch it. Just listen to it over the speakers, okay? Over your Bluetooth. Everybody, so I'm going to break down what's going on with the price. It was a big day yesterday. Everybody, if anybody stays up to date with the metals, which if you're stackers, you're watching my video, most likely you do. But I try not to watch the prices until now since I'm trying to do this YouTube thing. But for those of you who are wondering what the heck happened, we had the jobs report come out. And that didn't look as promising as they thought. So put a little pressure on the U.S. dollar as the economy printed out another set of weak data. Shows the initial jobs claims figures rose to 231,000 from 209,000. They were forecasting a figure of 212,000. So, I mean, you're looking at 19,000 there in difference. The Treasury bonds is another thing that's falling, so that's another thing that's pushing the metals up. The yields on benchmark 10-year bonds have stagnated below 4.5% this week, which, that pushes towards metals. It makes metals more interesting. Also, it says that the silver is likely to remain on the uptrend since there's not too much macroeconomic data coming out this week. But the Federal Reserve member Michelle W. Bowman is set to speak on Friday, which, who knows what that could do. Another thing that happened was the Bank of England, they're keeping their rates the same for now, but they're indicated that they're looking at cutting rates in the upcoming quarters. That's another thing that you got to look at. This isn't just a U.S. U.S. doesn't just, they're not the only ones that affect the price. You got there's world events out there and everything that affect the price as well. It's not just a U.S. economy that affects it. So there's also the Middle East. There's still tensions in the Middle East. Israel and Hamas were way off from putting an end to their 7-month-old war. Hamas had agreed to Egypt, brokered a ceasefire deal, but Israel rejected it and insists that it will proceed with a ground offensive in Rafah, however you say that. I'm not really good with the English language, but so, I mean, who knows what it's going to do. Those are just some of the reasons that have affected it. And there's a couple other things out there, but those are the things I came up with real quick, just looking real quick and reading up. If you're a chart reader, the chart readers are out there too. You got the relative strength index, which it puts silver in a bullish territory, which, if you don't know, bullish means good. Bearish means bad. Bearish means the price is going to go down. Bullish means it's going to go up. So it means it could be headed for further gains as the RSI just punched above the 60 threshold with enough room before turning to overbought. Which, if you're into charts and you're reading, then you know what that means. Gets a little confusing. I used to read charts, but it gets crazy. And I mean, with the charts, you can go by past and you can go by the charts, but the macroeconomics are there. This is the chart of silver price today, just going up this morning. It's a little after 3 a.m. Vegas time, so that's West Coast time. But it's also saying if buyers can reclaim the 2036 Fibonacci retracement at 28.49, which it's already gone over that today. The price is already over 28.49 for the day. We're sitting at $28.60 at the time of this recording. But it was saying, let me bring this back. If it can break through that and stay above it, then we're looking to test the $29. $29 mark, which that's a hard one to stay above. But if we can stay above that one, close above the $29, then we're looking towards the year-to-date high of $29.79. Which after that, you're looking at the $30 mark. If it can break that $30 mark, close over the $30 mark, that's going to be a hard resistance. That's a psychological number for people. They like round numbers. And the paper traders are out there who are going to sell their big amounts of paper silver. If you don't know paper silver, physical silver, go back to one of my previous videos. I did a little video trying to explain that. On the flip side, if the sellers are looking to drag below the $28 mark, then we're looking at the support of the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement, which takes it to about $27.70. And then you're looking at the 50 Fibonacci retracement, which takes the price down to $27.05 per ounce. Once those levels are clear, up next is the psychological. There we go, back to the psychological of the $27 figure. But I mean, it seems like it's been holding the 27 pretty strong. The 26 it held real strong. So for those of you who are into watching the price and maybe looking to sell it or whatever, I'm a long-term holder, so I wouldn't mind if the price dropped down, so my fiat would go a little farther. I could pick up more ounces for my paper. Do me a favor, if you've gotten this far into the video, hit the like and subscribe button. There's probably about 70% or so that aren't subscribed. I'm trying to make this channel grow, trying to make the community grow with it. So if you could do me a favor and hit that like button, the subscribe button, share the video. I'd really appreciate it. So anyway, another thing is they're always talking about silver lagging behind gold. It really doesn't. If you look at the numbers, year to date, you're looking at silver's up about 20%, give or take. For the week, it's up 8%. Meanwhile, gold's up about 15% for the year, and for the week, it's at 3%. So, I mean, if you do those numbers, there's a differential in there. It doesn't come up to what they were saying. Also, the gold to silver ratio, which if you aren't familiar with that, the gold to silver ratio, if you want to come up with that, the easy way to do it is you take the spot price for gold, which we're looking at. What did I come up with? Gold. We're looking at right now, at the time of the video, the spot price of gold is $2,374 and 40 cents. So you take that number, punch it into your calculator, $2,374 and 40 cents. If I can do this. And then you divide that by the spot price of silver. For those of you who have always wondered how to do this, or always wondered like the big deal about this, it's pretty cool if you look into it and the idea of it. Then I got the spot price at silver at $28.69 right now. So you divide the two, and then you come up with your gold to silver ratio, which at the time of the recording, the gold to silver ratio is sitting at 82.7605. So say 82.76. Round it up if you want to. Say 83. So the gold to silver ratio is 83. So you're looking at 83 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold, which at the time I started stacking, which was around January, it was around 90 to 1. So it's dropped about 7 ounces. So I can get more gold for my silver. That's not to say that you can take 83 ounces to your local coin shop and say, hey, here's 83 ounces. I want 1 ounce of gold. They're not going to do that because coin shops are in it to make money. Some of them might do it if you're a frequent customer, but I'm guessing they're going to want more than 83 ounces for 1 ounce of gold. I haven't tried it yet, haven't really looked into it yet, but it is intriguing. If that gold to silver ratio drops down, then I might look into unloading some silver for some gold and try and play the swap market. There's videos out there where people talk about it, and people do it, and it can be successful if you do it. But you have to have the right ratios, and you have to have your right numbers, and you have to have your right situations. So anyway, that was a longer winded video than I expected, and I went off on other stuff. But those were the reasons for the price spike for a little bit. Not really sure what the week ahead has. Like I said, the macroeconomics really isn't much going on with that in the week. Just have to keep an eye on the wars in the Middle East and see what happens. The US dollar weakened a little bit too with the jobs report and everything. So the weaker the dollar, the more the higher the price of metals is going to go up. People dip into that more. So anyway, for the day we're looking at right now, 1.41% up, almost 40 cents up for the day. As I'm going to end this video, we're looking at $28.70 an ounce for silver. Appreciate you guys stopping by and watching the video. If you've made it this far, please hit the thumbs up button. Please share the video, like it, do all that stuff, subscribe, try and help me grow this channel. Okay, guys? Really appreciate it. And until next time, I will catch you on the drop in silver side.